Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys doing this evening? Look at me, Hot Mess Express over here. I was with Tanya and I took my hat off. I said my head hurts too much tonight from this hat. I'm taking my hat off. And I looked in the mirror and I didn't see this part of it, and I was like, I think my hair actually looks pretty good tonight. Little did I know I was looking at Hot Mess Express over here. Look at this. Anyway, how are you guys doing this evening? It is 1:12 a.m. on this very warm, muggy, nice summer evening. What is tonight? Thursday night going into Friday. It is, or no, tomorrow's Thursday. I've lost my mind. Wednesday night going into Thursday. I was thinking about it being trash day. It is 70 degrees outside right now. The moon is bright. I'm hoping maybe tomorrow could be a pool day. So we'll see. And I had a good day today. I got up. I'm going to sit here for a second because in a second I'm going to read some comments. I'm at the post office right now. So I didn't even go inside the post office. I was just talking on the phone. And so I just pulled in here to talk on the phone for a little bit. And I actually meant to start vlogging about an hour ago. So anyway, had a good day today. Oh, I vlogged earlier, didn't I? So I got up and I vlogged today. And also did the review of crumble cookies. And then, what did I do after that? I came home and I uploaded those, and then I made 2 drama videos, a Peterisms video. Then my husband came home and we did a Peter Does Stuff video together. We did the watermelon with mustard, which he wouldn't try, but I tried it. It was disgusting. Somebody said, because I use Meyer brand mustard, yellow mustard, and they're like, you're supposed to use French's mustard. It's somebody that watches the vlog. I can't remember who it is, but it was. And I'm like, does the French's mustard really make that big of a difference? So now I'm like, okay, I have to go get French's mustard and try it because I want to know, if it's really that big of a difference. But anyway, and then we also did tahini, which I really like the tahini on the watermelon. And then we also did sriracha, that was gross, and he wouldn't do that one either. So anyway, he just kind of was the co-host of the show since he wouldn't try anything. So then I was gonna do a booktube video because Mel and I decided today on the book that we're gonna read for August, which we had already kind of decided on in the live stream that we did last, because we talked about several different books and well, no, it was 2 live streams ago, because the book that we wanted to do for that next month didn't come out until July. So we knew we were going to have to make it the August book. So I can tell you what it's called. Hold on a second, because I texted it to Mel. Oh, hold on a second. I'm going to turn this. It's playing I'm charging my phone right now. It was playing music. It was playing Strawberry Wine by Deanna Carter. Do you guys like that? Strawberry Wine 17. Is that how that song goes? I don't know, but I like that song. Anyway, where's Mel? Okay, Mel, that's who I was talking to earlier. Mel got these shower curtains. Let me just show you. I don't know if it'll show up on here or not. No, not really, but she got these new shower curtain and holders, and the holders are skulls. They're very cool. Okay, so the book that we are reading is called Couple Found Slain After a Family Murder, and it is by Makita Brotman. And I will be doing the video for that tomorrow. So I'm not going to read that because I'm going to read it on my booktube channel tomorrow. And I'm also going to be announcing the book that I picked for Peter's Book Club. So I'll be announcing both of those tomorrow. And if I get on it, then I will also make or post a picture on Instagram of the Peter's Book Pick book for August. So did all that. Squid. And then what did I do after that? Oh, Alex was eating his pizza that he got. He was heating it up. It kind of freaks me out to sit here at the post office sometimes, because I'm like, if cars come in, I don't really see that they're here until they pull in right next to me. So he was heating that up and watching The Hills while I was uploading the videos and stuff. And then I was like, we have an episode of RuPaul's Drag Race to watch. Do you want to watch it? And he was like, yeah, because we're watching the All-Stars on that Paramount TV. And so I said, okay, I'm gonna go get something to eat, and then I'll come back. And so I went and I got fried rice from Mark Pies, and I got veggie fried rice, veggie lo mein, which I hate. I had some of, but I didn't finish the whole thing, and I didn't finish the rice either. And then I had 4 veggie spring rolls, which were really good, and I got a Coke too. And then I came home and we ate, and then we watched RuPaul's Drag Race while I was eating. And then after that, Alex was getting ready to go to bed, and I went to get a fountain pop with Tanya, which I did. It's right here. So I got a Diet Pepsi. And then we drove around and we talked and stuff, and that was my day. I started the new Fortune, Miss Fortune book by Jana DeLeon, and it is so good, you guys. And I just have to tell you, it was so corny. I was driving around today, and you know, like if you've listened to any or read any of the Miss Fortune books, like at the very beginning is always when like the murder mystery part is like, you know, shown, like the murder happens or whatever. So the scene happens in the book, and it's Frightfully Fortune, book 20. And it's taking place during the Halloween festival, which is so crazy because we're now like a year after. She's been there in Sinful for like over a year now, because I remember the last Halloween festival that she was at and what happened, because they were like they were manning like the maze. She and Ida Bell and Gertie, Miss Fortune. Nobody calls her Miss Fortune. Her name's Fortune Redding. Fortune and Ida Bell and Gertie were in charge of the maze, and there was a dead body in the maze. So that's the last book, which I'm not ruining it for you because you find that out right away. But in this one, it was different. And then after everything happened, and they were like, and her boyfriend Carter, he's like, you know, the sheriff. No, he's not the sheriff, but he's like the police deputy guy. He was like closing off the scene, and so they were having to leave. And so Fortune was like, should we go back to my house for snacks and we can start taking notes about how we're going to figure this out? I was like, oh my God, we're back again. We're back in Fortune's kitchen, and we're having snacks. And she always talks about like what snacks she has. And so they're having like cookies, and then they're also having crackers that they're dipping in this jalapeno sweet something dip. And I was like, oh my God. I always that's like my favorite part. So anyway, so homey. I love the cozy mysteries. I always forget how much I love cozy mysteries until I'm like reading a cozy mystery. I actually bought 2 new books tonight. Imagine that. On the Audible. I purchased, here I'll tell you. The Mary Shelley Club, and by Goldiuldowsky. How do I know Goldiuldowsky? What book did she write that I read before? It was something about Rockstar, I think. And a bunch of girls that... Goldiuldowsky. Oh, the Kill the Boy Band, yeah. So, I forgot I had read that. I gave it 5 stars. So I got the Mary Shelley Club, which is, it's not a new book, I don't think. I don't know when it came out. Let's look and see. Mary Shelley Club. I literally just had it pulled up. Goldiuldowsky. Sometimes books don't pull up very quickly on Goodreads. It did come out this year, April 13th, 2021. Oh, it's long, 468 pages. So, I don't know if you can see that's what it looks like. So I got that book, and then the other book I got, which everybody is talking about, is The Taking of Jake Livingston. I think that's what it's called. The Taking of Jake Livingston. And it is by Ryan Douglas. And I think it's on the bestseller list already, and everybody's talking about that. So I got that. Look at all these books in my wish list. Oh my. Everybody told me to watch this, not everybody, but several people recommended this horror movie called I'm Thinking of Ending Things. And so apparently somebody said on my Twitter that the book is fantastic, so I have that on my wish list. The Passing Playbook I have on my wish list. I'm just going to tell you the most current one. Secondhand Spirits, Local Woman Missing by Mary Kubica. Let's see. Okay, The House of Cerulean Blue by TJ Klune. I've read another book of his. Gravity is the Thing by Jacqueline Moriarty. The Paris Hours. If I Disappear. The Bean Trees by Barbara Kingsglover. Dear Justice, because I read the first one, that was Dear Martin. Cemetery Boys. There's a couple different books named that. This one is by Aidan Thomas. Magpie Murders, The Cove. Dark Witch and something. We've Always Been Here. We've Always Lived at the Castle by Shirley Jackson. Fathomless. The Last Smile in Sunder City or something. I've got so many books in my wish list. New and Mysteries and Thrillers. There's a bunch of good ones out. So anyway, yeah, and that was my day. I had a good day. And then tomorrow, I was talking to Alex, and I was like, so do you have any plans this rest of the week? And he was like, well, tomorrow night I have Dead Mouse, and then Saturday I have Sheba or somebody that he's going to see. And I've seen Dead Mouse out, poked my eye, before. A couple years ago when we were at Ultra, Dead Mouse was, I think, closing the final stage, and Alex wanted to go to the Carl Cox Pavilion, and he was like, I don't care to see Dead Mouse finish. And I was like, I just want to see Dead Mouse once with the big thing, you know, all that. So anyway, so he went to the Carl Cox Pavilion, and I stayed and listened to like a half an hour of Dead Mouse, and then I walked over and joined him at the Carl Cox Pavilion, and that's how we ended the night. But so I've seen Dead Mouse. Was that the only time? I feel like I've seen him another time at Ultra, maybe. I've got something in my eye and I can't get it out. I keep on trying. It's like it's right here in the corner of my eye. So what was I saying? I don't know what I'm saying. I've lost my mind. So that is, he had asked me like a week ago. He was like at Jason and Melissa's on the way home dropping something off, and he had texted me and said, we're going to go see Dead Mouse. Do you want to go? And at the time I was like, no, I don't really care, right? Well, now everybody that I know is going, and so I had completely forgotten about it. And Alex was like, I asked if you wanted to go, and you said you didn't want to go, so I didn't get you a ticket. So I said, oh, I kind of want to go because Jason has like a section there and whatever. And so he was like, do you want to go? I can get you a ticket. And I was like, yeah, I think I do want to go. Because I rarely go do social stuff, but when I go, I always have a good time, right? So he was like, okay. So he got me a ticket really quick, and then I texted Melissa and Jason and asked them if they have room in their section. And they were like, yeah, sure. So we're going to meet them tomorrow night. So I'm excited about that. And if it's a pool day, then I'm going to go to the pool tomorrow during the day, film some videos, and that'll be it. That'll be tomorrow, and I'm excited about it. So, all right, let's go and look at some comments. Now I've got that Strawberry Wine song stuck in my head. Do the vlog. All right, let's see what people are saying. Patty said, the pool at my grandma's condo is the same. Clicks like crazy. A group of older ladies will sit in the middle of the pool and gossip about the whole community. I love it. Well, that's me in my neighborhood. I gossip with my neighbors, but, you know, at the other pool, I don't really know that many people. Victoria said, hi, Peter. I'm glad you had a good pool day with your bestie. I love how excited you were that you couldn't sleep. That's a good idea about keeping the straws in a cup. Oh, I did that today. I started it yesterday, and then I finished it with my straws and stuff in the mason jar. And so, I mean, Alex noticed it tonight, too, because I went through and, like, I had found other places that I had straws, and now they're all, like, in one area. It's so organized. Because I had started that, and then I finished it today. So, anyway, I'm so excited about that. I put, like, metal straws and everything in there. Okay. Elizabeth put blue hearts. Victoria also said, I'm going to try that about the straws. Much love. Let's see. Somebody else gave me that idea. I can't remember who said it, but it was a good idea. Sean said, hey, Sean. She said, hello, Peter. I just finished drama class with you, and now I'm here for some good Judy time. Thanks for keeping me company and helping me relax to your voice at night. Your voice is so soothing. Love you, Peter. Oh, thank you so much. Gina gave blue hearts. Charlotte put little pink hearts. Gigi said that TikTok pasta with the feta cheese is yum. You should definitely try it. I'm going to. Amy gave blue hearts, and I think those are clouds, like, I think. Or maybe it's a shoe. I can't tell. Sarah said, hello, Peter. Hello, Peter. Your voice is so soothing and calming to listen to. My English bulldog, Molly, is doing better than yesterday. She's still able to eat and drink and to do her business. Aww. This vlog is helping me not worry so much and be more positive. Sending prayers to you, Sarah. Monet said, hello, Peter. I'm in the middle of reading a sport. I love that Monet always tells me what she's reading. I love that. She said, I'm in the middle of reading a sports romance book, and it's part of a series. I ordered a bunch of books on Amazon, and they are all romance books. I'm into reading romance. Okay, well, let us know if they're good, Monet. Johanna or Johanna said, thank you, Peter, for all your videos. Your positivity and perspectives really do make a difference to my day. I'm very grateful for you and your content. Sincerely, thank you. Aww, thank you. Diana put blue hearts and smiley faces. Tammy, hey, Tammy. Tammy has commented on it, like, every video I've ever posted for, like, the last 6 years or 5 years. She put smiley faces. Leah said, hi, Peter. One more I love you. Thanks for being you and sharing your day. Aw, thank you, Leah. Evelyn said, hi, Peter. Kala said, sure, let's go to a steakhouse. I can't wait to have a baked potato. That cracked me up so hard, she said. And then she also commented and said, bachelor weekend. Lucy said, hi, Peter, with blue hearts. Hi, Lucy. Troy said, hey, Peter, when you do the hello at the beginning, you do it 5 times. At the beginning, you do it 5 times. LOL. I could fall asleep listening to you. Your voice is so soothing. I'm so proud to call you a good Judy. Thank you for always making my day amazing. Love you, Peter. Oh, yeah. And one more, I love you. Hello, hello, hello. I don't say it 5 times. I say it 3 times, don't I? Hello, hello, hello. Can I just tell you about Troy, what is so funny? Troy must have just recently started watching my drama channel videos because he commented on something today that he's starting to like that channel. He was like, I'm starting to like this channel. I thought that was funny that because, you know, he comments on this channel all the time. So thank you, Troy, for that. I appreciate it. Carrie Marie said, hello, hello, hello. Gina said blue hearts. Evelyn said, how do you remember dreams so vividly? 15 minutes later, I forget all the details of mine. When I was a kid, it's so funny because Tony and I were talking about dreams tonight, like reoccurring dreams. When I was a kid, at some point, my mom gave me like a dream journal to have me start writing down dreams. And it's the weirdest thing, like if you do that long enough, you start kind of remembering your dreams. I was like, I forgot about this whole thing that I wanted to talk about in my vlogs. I didn't talk about it today. Did I talk about it today or was this yesterday? It was yesterday during my pool day. I'll tell you about that in just a second. But about like this dream thing I had about the flip book. So I'm having this thing happen when I wake up from my dreams that like right before I wake up, like my dreams slow down and they almost become like a flip book. And I've talked about it on here before and it's so weird to me because I'm like, well, is that really what life is like? Like I have this thought, like, are we just literally like a flip book of memories and that's really all just life is, you know? Like really we don't have any like true existence or anything. It's just like this, like neurons going off like with flip book kind of thing. But I'll tell you about the thing that happened yesterday with me. So, Cauliflower said, my husband says that Michael Kors for Men is still around. I think there's a Michael Kors for Men that's still around. It's not the one that I wear. If I look and it's still around, I am going to be so jazzed by that. Hold on a second. Michael Kors. Oh, Lord. No, I don't think that's it. It says Extreme Journey. It looks like the bottle that I used to wear. Extreme Journey. I don't know if that's it. No, it's called Michael Kors by Michael Kors. Why is it showing on here that they still have it places? You can get it on eBay for $49. Here it is for eBay for $119. But see, it's been so old. Here it is on eBay for $59. Here it is on eBay for $190. It's Michael Kors by Michael Kors. Here, I'm going to show you what it looks like. The one I'm talking about. This is what it looks like. Here, it's probably easier if you see the box. Well, this is what it looks like. I don't know if you can see that. It looks like that one at the top. And there's another one that looks similar to that, but that's not it. It has like an amber look to it. It's been discontinued because I've tried, but you can still buy it places, but it just doesn't last. Casey said the movies have been pretty dead since they opened up, as long as it's not the weekend of a movie releasing. Jill said, I've always thought that your dad sounds like an amazing person. The story of him cooking a Venezuela dinner just solidifies that. Oh, thank you. Mandy said, oh, Peter, you're so strong and such an inspiration for us, all us in recovery. Love you. Oh, thank you so much. Liz said, I'm so behind on your vlogs, but I was so excited to read the last thing he told me on Goodreads. I love that book and also read it in 2 days. I would also recommend Something in the Water by Catherine Steadman. It's a little slower, but has similar vibes. Okay, so hold on a second. I think I have that book. But is that the book that I read for my book club? Yeah, I finished it. What's it about? Is it the one that I read? It says I finished it. Let's look it up. Something in... Is that the one that I read for book club? Something in the Water. If you could make one simple choice that would change your life forever. Aaron is a documentary filmmaker on the brink of a professional breakthrough. Mark is a handsome investment banker with big plans. Passionately in love, they embark on a dream honeymoon to the tropical island of Bora Bora, where they enjoy the sun, the sand, and each other. I read this when I was in the Dominican Republic, I think. Then while scuba diving in the crystal blue sea, they find something in the water. Could the life of your dreams be the stuff of nightmares? Suddenly, the newlyweds must make a dangerous choice to speak out or protect their secret. After all, if no one else knows, who would it hurt? Their decision will trigger a devastating chain of events. Have you ever wondered how long it takes to dig a grave? Wonder no longer. Catherine Steadman's enthralling voice. I feel like this, I read this book, and the book I thought was the whole thing was going to take place on an island, and it doesn't. If it's the one I read. I gave it 4 stars. I don't really remember it that much, though. Like, obviously, I don't remember it hardly at all. Okay. Olivia said, naming this vlog Christmas in July is the best coincidence ever because my birthday was the 19th and my favorite thing in the whole entire world is Christmas. Oh, happy birthday. Melissa said, hi, Peter. Have you read The Beast by Peter Benchley? It's about a giant octopus thing, I believe. It was also a TV movie. I did a long time ago. I don't remember much about it, though, but I remember I liked it. Carissa said, day 1 of commenting for a birthday shout-out. It's 7:20, which means in how many days? On the 27th of July, I turned 27. My birthday and its numbers always have had a meaning for me. I hope to get a shout out. Happy birthday, Carissa. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Carissa. Here's your birthday shout out to you. Woo! Okay. These go way back, so okay. Thank you guys all for your comments. Ildy said, jaded, perfect description of where I've been. Home, work, no desire for human interaction, otherwise working on it. Aww. Sending prayers and positivity to you too, Ildy. All right. Should we drive off into the sunset together? Let's do it. These are my new glasses that I got. They're a little bit more solid on my head. I mean, they all are, but I like these. There's another pair there that I want to get. They're called the Braxton, I think, is what they are. But here's my new case that I got, too, that's made out of apple peels. Isn't that so cool? It doesn't smell like apple peels. I don't know why it would, but I thought maybe it would. All right, let's hit it. So, let me put some lip gloss on. Yesterday, when I was running around and doing errands before Tanya and I went to the pool, I got up yesterday. I don't think I talked about this in my vlog, did I? So I got up yesterday, and I did talk about this part, but I did my prayers and meditation. This lip gloss is almost gone, I think. I did my prayers and meditations on the front porch. And other than the interruption, I think I said interruption. Other than the interruption from my neighbor across the street who wanted to ask me a bunch of questions, it was like, I don't do it enough, like my meditations in the morning as much anymore, like. And it was just so beautiful in the early morning, and I just felt so peaceful. And then I went to go run some errands, and I had this moment where I was listening to this song called Smile. It's kind of like a chill techno song. I think it's by AMR. It's who it's by. I downloaded the song. I tagged it on Shazam, and then I downloaded it. And I was listening to the song, and I was driving around, and it just I felt so happy and peaceful. I had my sunroof open, and I had the windows down, and I was just in such a fantastic mood. And I don't know what it was about that moment, but I was thinking about this whole flip book thing, and I was like, you know, in a weird kind of way, I just drive. What is going on with the camera? It's like looking at the ceiling. I drive around, and I just kind of think about the most random stuff. I think it's partly why I have so many ideas for books and so many ideas just in general and stuff like that, because I just come up with ideas constantly, you know? And I was like, I think at the end, kind of, I know that, you know, people say that, when they have near-death experiences, all of their, memories flash before them and stuff. But if I really think about what life really is, right? And this is not in context of the dream, but I was just thinking about that and the flip book and stuff like that. Life really is kind of a flip book, you know, just of all of these fantastic moments that we've had in our lives. If you think about the moments that you've had, right? Like me driving in that car listening to that song in that moment, or me standing in the backyard watching the dogs run around, or me and Alex laughing, you know, while we're waiting to get on the plane to go to Florida or something, or, you know, while we were laying in bed in Florida watching Little House on the Prairie. I don't know why that was such a great moment, but just all of the, you know, or walking on the beach or whatever. It's just all of these moments, or laughing in the car with Tanya. All these moments make up my life, you know, to where I've had this or laughing in the car today, getting so excited about this misfortune book. It's all of these moments line up together to make for this fantastic life that I've been given. And I just feel so incredibly blessed, you know, that I don't even know anymore that it's for the big moments that I live for. I did for a long time. I really did. I lived for the Christmases and the vacations and all that kind of stuff. And even though I still love all that, it stopped. But I was talking about how I lived for the big moments, like Christmas and, you know, trips and all that kind of stuff. And even though I still do live for that stuff, and I love that stuff, right? And you can love the big events and the big moments, and you can love the extravagant, nice things that we want and all that kind of stuff. But I've really, like, focused and figured it out. For me, it's those smaller moments that mean so much, that I get so excited about and so happy about, that when I'm living in those moments, I am the happiest. I really am. The other things are fleeting, you know? It's not really Christmas that I get so excited about. It's sitting there at, like, Alex's house and, like, looking around at, you know, Alex's mom and brother dancing in the kitchen, and, you know, like, Sebastian asleep on the couch, and Carlitos playing with, like, his new toys on the floor, and Alex, you know, and, like, his cousin sitting there laughing and dancing and music everywhere, and me looking and realizing I just get to be a part of all of that, you know, and what a blessing and what a privilege that is to be a part of all of that, you know, that magic. Or us being, like, at Caroline's house and playing, like, you know, cornhole outside and laughing, and Caroline, like, yelling stuff, and just to be able to be part of all of that, you know. And so I get excited about the holiday stuff. I get excited about the food and the Taylor's Bakery, going to get stuff that Caroline and I have had forever, and I get excited about all of that. But in reality, it's the being part of those moments that I feel just, like, so amazing, you know. And I don't know, I just feel like in the last couple of years, my life is really open to that. Like, that's why I want to go tomorrow night. Like, I want to participate in life more, you know, and have more of these moments where I'm just like, you know, standing there and looking at my husband getting so excited, you know, listening to a DJ or whatever, or just hanging out with Melissa and us laughing. She and I always have so much fun together, you know, laughing about something silly, you know, some inside joke that we have, or tonight, Tanya and I driving around, or us being in the pool bouncing from end to end, you know. It's just like all of those moments, I think, you know. And it was so funny because in that moment, I just was literally like, I almost felt like, if you're somebody that you have used a lot, you'll know what I mean by this statement, but I really don't know how to explain it other than this. It was the good part of being high. I'm not just talking about from, like, weed. I'm talking about anything. It was the good part of being high without all of the crap that went with it, you know? Where it was just like, I felt, like, blissful for, like, just a couple moments. And it really, like, it really affected and lasted throughout my day. And you know, the crazy thing is, maybe it's not crazy, but I guess I really believe that a lot of it originated from me being very centered and doing my meditations and stuff that morning. And it's like, so, and, you know, doing my other stuff and just sitting there and drinking a cup of coffee. And it's like, if I know that, then why don't I do more of that, you know? Why don't I do more of the stuff that really, like, fuels my happiness tank, so to speak? I hate the term love tanks, but I don't know what else to call it. You know, this happiness tank of where I feel so happy and blessed. You know, why don't I do more of the things that really make me happy on a daily basis? You know, like, I should do more of that. So I had that great moment. I have lots of great moments. It's like when I was reading that, no, it wasn't the book. It was when I was watching the series about Michelle McNamara, I'll Be Gone in the Dark, the series on HBO. And her daughter and her would do, I think it was like the petal and the thorn every night, like of the rose. And they would go through and they would pick, like, that best moment of the day and, like, the worst moment of the day, you know? I don't know what really it does to, like, pick the worst moment of the day, but I do know, or maybe it was just picking, like, the petal of the day. And somewhere else I read, like, the petal and the thorn. Something was about you pick the worst and the best part of the day. I don't know that picking the worst part of the day really does anything unless you're evaluating your day. But I do know that in picking your best part of the day, like in the book Magic by Rhonda Byrne, you know, you have the magic rock, and then every night before you go to bed, you hold your magic rock and you like pick the best part of that day. When I did that, it was always these small kind of insignificant moments that were my best part of the day. And a lot of them were just like with my dogs, you know, just simple moments with my dogs. And those would be my best parts of the day. Or just laying in bed at the end of the night with Alex next to me and the dogs all snuggled up on me. Like that moment was my best moment of the day when I was thinking about my best moment of the day, you know? And I think it's good to do that. It keeps you present. It keeps you in today. A friend of mine that always says, where are your feet? You know, my feet are down there and I'm in today. You know, it's like so much of my life I lived in, you know, regretting things of the past and planning for things in the future and never really just appreciating and living and loving today. You know, it was always about the next thing, the next thing, the next thing. And not just waiting for the next day to come and then be like, I'm excited about all these things I have for today. But it was like, you know, constantly, like if I was going on a vacation, it was like, well, we leave on vacation in 10 days, you know, and counting down and whatever. And then I'm like halfway through the vacation and I'm like, our vacation is halfway over, you know? And it was like the counting down and the getting excited about the trip was almost more exciting than the going on the trip. And then I realized that the trip was almost over because I wasn't being, you know, what is going on there? Somebody's walking with a flashlight down the street. Oh my God, it's so late at night at 1:48. It was like I wasn't just enjoying the trip. It was like, I don't know, and like with Christmas, I was trying to get everything, you know, done the way that I wanted it to be, to have this like perfect Christmas, which there never is, instead of just enjoying spending, come on, it just went out of focus. Instead of just enjoying time and spending time with my family and stuff, you know, and realizing that that's what's really important anyway, not making this like perfect Christmas experience of which there is no such thing, you know. All right, so Marsha on Twitter suggested something to me, and I mentioned it, I think, in my drama video today. I've kind of actually been toying around with this idea since she mentioned it to me. She suggested that I do a horror movie group, since I talk about horror movies a lot, where I would pick like 2 movies a month, kind of like Peter's book club, but they would be movies. We pick 2 movies, I would pick 2 movies a month, and then those would be the movies that we would watch for the month. And start like a Facebook group and whatever. I don't know. I really like the idea. I talked to Mel tonight about it. Because Mel loves doing like the back end stuff. And I told her, I was like, if I did a Facebook group, would you want to do this with me and be, you know, part of it? And she was like, oh, I'll love to run the back end stuff, because she loves to do like the Facebook group and the posts and all that kind of stuff. And she's like, I love horror movies, but she loves more of like one kind of horror movie. She doesn't like all of them. She's like, I wouldn't turn it off if it was on. She was like, but I would love to be in a group like that. She's like, I think it's fun. I talked to another friend who was like, I think if you're passionate about it, you should do it. It wouldn't take a lot of extra work. So I'm thinking about doing it. And I would do like a Facebook group, and then I would announce it, and I would do reviews of the movies on probably I wouldn't start a new channel or anything for it. I would do my reviews on like my BookTube channel. What do you think? On my BookTube channel or on my review channel? I think on my BookTube channel. I think books and movies belong together, kind of. So I feel like it would fit over there. So I'm thinking about doing that. What do you guys think? Would any of you out there join a horror movie group? And what should I call it? What would be the name of my horror movie group? I need like a catchy name, so let me know. But I think that would be a good idea, don't you? I'm sure there's a ton of them out there like that, but I think it would be so fun, because I love horror movies. So I'm thinking about doing that. And then I'm still toying around with the idea of doing a podcast. I don't know what I would do a podcast about if I did a podcast, though. The thing is, if I do a podcast, I don't know that I necessarily want to do it alone. And I don't know anybody that's really greatly, I mean, other than Mel, if we did like a true crime podcast, but like we've always talked about, if we're going to do it, it would have to be something that was so different than what everybody else is doing. And there's so many true crime podcasts. So if I did a podcast, I don't really know who I would do it with. This is going to sound so weird, but my gut is kind of like really telling me that like a podcast with like Michael from Pophology would be really good. And then pickup truck is going so fast. And then, but I don't know what we would do it about. And I don't know if how much he really wants to do it. We kind of like threw the idea around and he acted like, you know, he'd be kind of interested in it, but I don't know. We'll have to see. He comes across as very quiet, like when he was in the video with me, and I know people were like, well, you talked over him and stuff. Well, I talked over, I know, it's one of my horrible character defects. But he's actually like an ideas guy. Like Michael has like a lot of ideas. He's like, you know, you should do this, or you should do that, or you should do this, or you should do that. I was also talking to another friend of mine tonight that's like, I don't know why you're not more active on TikTok. And I'm like, everybody tells me this. And he's like, no, seriously. And like Alex and Jason were just telling me that they think I should take clips from my videos and put them on TikTok. And this friend of mine was telling me that he thinks that I should do my reviews and put them up on TikTok. So I don't know. What do you think about that? I don't know how to do that stuff. I'm not very smart with that stuff. I don't know how I would translate the reviews to TikTok, if that makes sense. I could go back and review. I mean, I've already done a bunch of review videos on all of those. I could go back and review those things that I reviewed before, like the Starbucks drinks, on TikTok, and just recreate them over there on TikTok. I guess I could do that. But tonight, right now is not a great time to do that because there's just, all of the Starbucks are out of so many different things. It's like, it's hard to go in there and they don't have a lot of the things that they had before, you know. This is where I think, like, if I had like an assistant or somebody to help me with all that stuff, but I really don't need that. Like, I manage all that stuff completely fine. I mean, everything that, if I started like, okay, I'm going to do this every single day, I'm going to do a TikTok, and then I'm going to do a podcast once a week, just making a list of it, I would get it done, you know? The last couple days, I've gotten a lot of stuff done. I've continued to listen to books. I've gotten all these errands run. I've had recovery commitments that I've had to do in between all my other stuff. Went to my meeting and posted more videos the last couple days on my channel, on all of my channels, than I typically do. And that's kind of like sometimes when I have more stuff to do, I get more stuff done. I've talked about that on here before. Are most of you like that too? I don't know why, I was looking at that McDonald's up there, and this has nothing to do with that, but I just got a craving for a taco. I don't know why. I have no idea, like a hard shell, just basic taco. I don't know why, I just got a craving for that. So these are my questions to you. Should I be more active on TikTok? And what do you see me doing on TikTok? That would be helpful. What about a podcast? And what about my horror movie group? And what should I call it if I do it? Those are the questions to you. Get on that. And what do you think of my hairdo du jour? It's kind of a pompadour right now. It's kind of Elvis-y, isn't it? This is when people are like, you look like that guy, minus the good looks. Like the most, what's his name? The most famous man in the world, or whatever his name is. The Dos Equis guy that's like, I don't always drink, but when I do, it's Dos Equis. The most interesting man in the world, that's what his name is. People always are like, you should go as him for Halloween. And I'm like, because I have white hair? Like, other than that, how do I look like him? Oh, because I have a beard? Okay. What do I do? What does that look like? That I carry a beer bottle around, which I'm not going to do, and wear a suit? So just wear a suit? And then I'm the most interesting guy in the world. He's passed away. Did you know that? It's so sad, isn't it? But anyway, I looked at this whole thing about him a couple years ago. I do like those ads and memes and stuff. Have you seen some of the memes? Or some of them are hilarious. Oh my gosh, look at the moon. I think we're coming up on a full moon or something here soon. Looks pretty. Pretty as pretty does. Well, listen, you guys, I think I'm going to get off here and listen to a little bit of the Misfortune book before I go to bed. I don't want to go to bed too late tonight. It's already 1:57 a.m. My Lord. You guys were like, you don't want to go to bed late. That's late. So I'm going to get off here now. If nobody else has told you this today, I love you. Be kind to one another. Always lead with love, like it says in the 4 agreements. And like I also always say, sometimes say, practice random acts of kindness. And also, like I sometimes say, because I don't say it all the time anymore, just do it because it's the right thing to do. Don't tell anybody. Just like I also always sometimes say, don't tell anybody. Just do it because it's the right thing to do. It's a nice thing to do, and it feels good, you know? It feels good to do random acts of kindness. Most importantly, make sure that you reach out to somebody and let them know how much they mean to you. And whether it's in a text or a phone call, a little postcard, a letter, whatever, you know, just say hi. Wave to somebody and say, hey, how are you doing today on the street, neighbor? Do you know, I don't even know, I was just thinking about my old outro. Do you guys remember my old outro that sometimes would be like 8 and 9 minutes long? Oh, the battery just started to die. I don't even know that I could do that old outro. I would have to go back and watch an old vlog to remember what I said. Today I forgot my intro to my review video. I had to like go in and watch it. I was like, why am I forgetting this? I like forgot my old intro to my review channel. So I don't even know that I could do my old outro anymore if I had to. It was like 8 minutes long back in the day. Do you remember that? 8 or 9 minutes long, that outro. I don't know. I don't even remember what I said. But anyway, I do know this, that I love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Love ya. Wait, bye. Love ya. Oh, and for those that need to hear it, Troy, Karen, everybody out there, one more I love you. I love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Love ya.